Hello, I'm going to talk to you about some takeaways and things that I learned by doing a gamification unit in my Health Online class. So I chose to hone in on one unit on disease and disorders and have the students work together in groups to create a project that was authentic and that they got to go through. So I gave them a prompt from a story, as you see on the screen, of a boy who's having trouble and having some issues, and then the students get into assigned groups and they research a human disease, and then they make a breakout session helping this sad Sam fictional character. So they were put into groups, and then within that group they found a role that they were going to take on, and then they communicated that with me. So I gave them some tips on how to work with groups online, and this was just a synchronous online document, and they made their own presentations from there. I gave them a quick little work together task number one, how to get started, some websites and some parameters of what they're actually going to research. And then they applied their research into 3 different scenarios. So they were able to choose from that. And then they earned badges along the way. So it helped promote some engagement and kind of a competitive environment between the groups. And then we did takeaways of exactly more content than the actual process. So I think this personalized learning, because the students were able to choose roles, and then they were able to choose a disorder that they wanted to study, and then they were able to choose how they present it and answering some of the questions, and then in the end coming back to the main prompt of did it really help this sad Sam. Some problems that I ran into were students who did not get online in group work. That always seems hard, and do their part of the project. So how I overcame this was each role had certain tasks. So if those tasks weren't done by a certain group member, then the rest of the group was not penalized. And that's why the badges came in handy, because then the students wanted to do well within their groups and then be able to present so they could get the highest badge for the group also. But there were some groups that had some trouble with some participation of students. And, I just thought this was great because it was a good group work, teaching an online class. Sometimes you don't get that collaboration, so this seemed authentic and the kids worked hard, and I think it kind of jigsawed the different disorders so they didn't all have to study them all at once. So that's my takeaways from doing a gamification unit.